Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another week in hell where I'm getting shitted on and pissed on as a Giants fan. So, the New York Giants, the New York football Giants, embarrassed themselves once again in a primetime game. In another winnable game, a game where there's multiple scenarios where the Giants could have won this football game. But of course, per usual, they always take the worst case scenario. They always take the worst route because they're fucking losers. And they lost in pathetic fashion against the Bengals team that's fucking terrible. The Bengals suck. They're really bad. Um, Basically, what this 2024 New York Giants team reminds me of, it kind of reminds me of the 2016 team, where the 2016 team won 11 games, right? They won 11 games. They were pulling out all these wins out of their ass. They had a really good defense. And this team is kind of like the polar opposite, right? Like they remind me so much of that 2016 team, but they just find ways to lose. That's the difference. Um, I don't fucking know, dude. It's just infuriating, man. Like it's just this team. It really isn't that bad, man. I swear to you, this team really isn't that bad. But they just don't know how to fuck up. So I mean, they just don't know. I can't even talk, dude. So let's go through the fucking box score, right? Daniel Jones, 22 of 41, 205 yards and a pick. I think I finally come to terms of what Daniel Jones is, right? So I like Daniel Jones. Um, I think he's a tough motherfucker. I think the guy he seems like he's a good guy. Um, and I try my hardest to defend this fucking guy. I really do. I try so fucking hard. He's just not good enough, man. And maybe I think the reason why I like him so much is because in a weird way, I guess I kind of resonate with him. Where I used to be like when I was in school, right? Like when I was in high school or whatever, I used to be like I was always like a C level student, right? No matter how hard I tried, or I mean that's kind of like how I am in life, right? Like I'm just like a C level guy, like, and it's just people respect the fact, like I just respect the fact that Daniel Jones, I respect the fact that he's so tough. I respect the fact that he's so resilient, and you know he tries so hard. He's just not good enough, man. Like this is, to me, this is, and people are gonna get mad. And look, I'm neutral when it comes to Daniel Jones, right? Like I'm not one of these people that's completely shit on him. I do think there's value to him. Like some people just want to discard him and just act like he's a piece of garbage. I do think there's some value to Daniel Jones, but I'm not one of these people that is just gonna blindly defend him, which I think is also, I think both sides you know are wrong. I think the side where people just throw him in the trash and just be like, this guy sucks. He can't do anything. And then there's a side of people that blindly love him no matter what. Both sides are wrong. He's just not that guy, man. Like he's just, in a game like this where the defense plays as well as that, you have to win this game. You have to. We Joe Burrow got his ass beat in this game. This defense is legit. This Giants defense is legit. You got to make a play. I know this like sounds lame and corny. This is like Skip Bayless type analysis. I don't really care. You got to make a play for your defense. And that's what infuriated me about this game, is that, like, How do you not find a way to like back up your defense and win this fucking game? You know, Eli Manning in 2016, at least, he wasn't very good in 2016, but he at least came up with ways to win the game on offense. You know, you gotta. He fails the test every time, man. Every time you're like he was great in that Seattle game, right? But it's like every time you're like, okay, I'm ready to put my arms around this guy and like, you know, really fully embrace him. He just shits his pants. It's fucking annoying, dude. He's just not that guy, man. He's just not. I'm sorry. Running the ball, you know, Daniel Jones had some. They had some design runs for him or whatever. You know, he was all right. Tyrone Tracy. Tyrone Tracy's a player, man. He's a player. He's a player for sure. He's a player. Joe Shane found a good one right here. Kind of reminds me of. He has a little like a Bradshaw to him. He's more like elusive than Ahmad Bradshaw, but like he's a player, man, for sure. Receiving, obviously, Malik was out. You know, didn't really have much going on. You know, Wandale 5 for 50, Slayton 6 for whatever. Yeah, it was whatever, dude. Defense was phenomenal. We have probably the best defensive line in the league, and we're 2-4. How are you 2-4 with the best defensive line in the league? Explain that to me. How the fuck is that possible? Dexter Lawrence looks like a god. Doesn't fucking matter because we can't win. Brian Burns was fucking awesome in this game. The stats don't really say it, but he was awesome, man. Oh my god. Azeez Ojolari. Like, bro, this defensive line is fucking stacked. It's just. And then what are we going to do? We're going to go into the offseason and be like, we're just a quarterback away, dude. You can't waste good defenses. I'm sorry, man. You can't. And we're wasting this shit, bro. The Bengals didn't, the Bengals, Joe Burrow look at this shit. Joe Burrow, look at these pedestrian ass numbers. We had his ass on lock. And there was a fumble at the end of the game. Of course, we couldn't fucking recover it because, it's infuriating, man. It really is. It's just, I'm not enjoying this season, man. I'm really not. Like, I don't know, dude. I guess. Look, we're gonna end up drafting a quarterback, man. It is what it is. We're gonna end up drafting a quarterback. I guess the hope is we just have to win as many games as possible so Brian Daboll doesn't lose his job. Because I really don't want to see the guy get fired. Like I don't think he deserves to get fired. You know, I do believe in like patience when it comes to NFL teams, and I don't want to fire a guy after 3 years, but like, I guess that's the hope. Hopefully we end up winning. I know this sounds so fucking lame, but it's the reality. Hopefully we end up winning like 6, 7, okay, maybe not 6, but 7, 8 games. And then we get our quarterback in the draft and build from there. It sucks, but it's the reality. So that's going to pretty much do it, man. Fucking sucks being a Giants fan, man. It's horrible. But on to next week, I guess. Hopefully we shit on the Eagles. Eagles suck.